What's up guys, Dylan with Beamer Tech, back at it again for another Last Month in BMW, where we cover all the BMW happenings that have been happening last month, which in this case was April of 2024. But before we get started, let's keep the joke theme going, but I'm gonna throw it over to you guys this time. What does BMW stand for? Wrong answers in the comments only. Let's go. There are so many new BMWs coming out, and BMW has actually been releasing quite a bit of test footage as well as a bunch of spy photos popping up from automotive journalists. BMW does say that nearly 40 new BMWs will be hitting the dealership lots by 2030. But closer to release would be the M5 and the new M5 Touring, more on that in a second, as well as the BMW 1 Series F70 and the new 2 Series Grand Coupe, just to name a few. Now, spy photos are popping up all over the internet, and we'll bring you more information when we have them. Which one are you looking most forward to? Let us know in the comments below. Back in the day, the Wagon was the people mover. Then unfortunately got replaced by the minivan, followed by the SUV. Now, while more practical, the minivan never had or never will have any style. The Wagon was always a bit of a niche market, but BMW is going to help scratch that wagon itch with the new M5 Touring that will finally be coming to America. Available for the 2025 model year, the G99 will be available with the S68 V8 that's rumored to have up to 718 horsepower. There'll also be a plug-in V8 hybrid model with an electric range of 43 miles. The official unveil will happen later in the summer, and we'll bring you more information when we have it. Speaking of engines, while not a V8, the inline four-cylinder engine known as the B48 will be getting another revamp by 2026, even though it's turning 10 years old this year. Now, it's unknown if this revamp is to give it more power or to meet the ever-growing emission regulations, so we'll just see, but it's good to see that an internal combustion engine is getting a revamp instead of being dropped completely. I don't think it's ever going to beat the 27-year run that the M30 engine had, but it's good to see that it's sticking around. BMW will be dropping the I at the end of model names, which stands for fuel injection, but as long as it's not dropping the gasoline-powered engines, well, we'll see how it goes. Even with the looming threat of the EV takeover, BMW did state last month that the internal combustion engine isn't going anywhere just yet, and perhaps it could even be seen with the announcement of the M5 Touring, that they're even doubling down on that with saying the V8 isn't even going anywhere just yet. Well, with the tightening emission regulations in Europe, they can kiss their V8 dreams goodbye, but it's still going to be around in the US for a bit longer. V8s aren't even made in Germany anymore. The last one came off the assembly line in November of 2023, and they're now made in Austria and the UK, so we'll see what the future of the V8 holds. For now, the writing is on the wall, and time is ticking. Made in China. It's something we're hearing more and more of. Now, while I'm not going to open up a can of worms or lo mein on the politics of this, China has been one of the biggest markets for BMW with 826,300 delivered to the country last year. Now, a big push of this is China building the next generation of BMW EVs, including the Neue Klasse. The new DesignWorks studio in Shanghai is already starting to design BMWs to cater toward Chinese taste. BMW has already announced $2.8 billion will be invested in the new Shenyang plant, making it the third BMW plant in China. Now, this is already in addition to the countless amount of small parts that are made in multiple factories across the Asian nation for vehicles of all different makes and models across the world. So what do you think about this? As long as the luxury and quality that you've come to expect from BMW is still there, do you care where your BMW is made? Let us know in the comments below. In a shock to absolutely no one, Consumer Reports found that BMWs are one of the most expensive vehicles to maintain, and found that in a decade of ownership, you're going to spend just under $10,000 to keep that BMW on the road. Land Rover came in at the worst at just over $19,000, and Tesla came in at the best at barely over $4,000. Well, considering the moment you drive your BMW off the lot, you lose half your value, do you think it's worth keeping your Bavarian bankbuster on the road long term? Well, that's up to you and your wallet. And in that case, Chaz's wallet too. Thanks, man. Okay, sorry. And that wraps up this episode of Last Month in BMW, which was April of 2024. Which was your favorite story? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to let us know if there's anything you want to see moving forward. But as always, for more tips and tricks, product reviews, and so much more for BMWs, Minis, and Supras, make sure you subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell. And hey, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as well. Thanks for watching.